Just a second. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Give me a second. Let me make sure I'm over on Facebook as well. But as you come in, say hello. Say your cities and states so we can know where you are checking in from. We are on day one of the graduation challenge. This is our second graduation challenge that we are hosting. For those who had missed the first one. So we are back for a second swing of it. So come on in. As you come in, say hello, drop your cities and states. You can also share out the live with anybody that you know who might be interested in the graduation challenge. But today is day one. We're going to do mindset, motivation, and then Canva basics. So come on in and join us, friends. And I'm going to give it a few minutes to make sure people get in. Let me just check one more thing. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Excuse me. Let me just check one more thing. Those who are on Facebook, we may or may not be able to see your comments. So if you do have comments or if you want to actively participate, just go to my YouTube channel. It is, let me put the link in here for y'all. Just give it a second. Let me find my link. And that way you can be able to join in. Let me make sure my volume is up. I think I turned it down earlier. There we go. All right. So that way you can be able to join in and get these gems for this evening. Hello. And I'm going to give it a few more minutes. As you come in, just say hello. Drop your cities and states. Let us know where you are checking in from. And then we'll get started. Again, if you are on Facebook, I may or may not be able to see your comments. So make sure you join us on YouTube. The handle is at Coach Lakia Guy. All right, I'm going to give it another few minutes and we are going to get started. I'll put the link inside of Facebook. Hold on. Facebook comments. Let me put a comment there so you guys can join us over on YouTube so I can see your comments. But I can see some of them probably from my phone. So give me a second. Let me make sure that's together. Okay, there we go. But definitely head over to YouTube. I did put the link on Facebook under the Facebook comments so you guys can see. But for me to be able to see your comments, I'm streaming live directly to YouTube. So if you want to interact and engage, just check us out over there so we can see your comments and everything as well. All right, I'm going to give it a few more minutes for people to come in. And then if you do make a comment on Facebook, I'll be able to see it at the end, if that makes sense. Okay. Welcome in. Okay, I see the YouTube comments. Hey, Montique. How are you? From Virginia. Sandra from Tennessee. K Designs and more. Lufkin, Texas. Welcome in. Hey, Selena from Wisconsin. Hey, Vanessa. What's going on, lady? From New York. Divine Favors Creation from South Carolina. Hey, Katina from Virginia. Candace from Michigan. What's going on? Christina from North Carolina. Okay, keep dropping your cities and states. And we will get started in a minute. Let me check Facebook. Hold on. I do see some comments. Hey, Craft Diva. Hey, Deborah, Christina, Katina, Melinda, Deborah. Hey, y'all. Melinda for Georgia. Crafty Diva from Indiana. Hey, Paulette. What's going on? Sandra's over there as well. Yes, you can tag your friends. Hey, Lanita. My child, hello. All right. So again, if you're on Facebook, unless I'm looking over at my phone, I won't be able to see your comments, but I'll definitely see them over here on YouTube. Hey, Oh, I did say hey, Candace, but hello again, Christina, North Carolina, Prince and Hints, Houston, Texas, Danielle from Maryland, Jennifer from Texas, a little something extra creation. Ooh, I need my glasses, but yes, hey, welcome in from Indiana, Selena from Texas. How many people? This is your first time catching me on live? Hey, Crafty T, what's going on, lady? How many? This is your first time? Put a 1 in the comments if this is your first time catching me on live. Let me know. Hold on, I see a comment. Hey, Princess, what's going on? Hey, Jennifer. I'm trying to see both screens. Okay, your first time seeing me. Well, I am going to do an intro. I'm going to just give it a few more minutes. Hey, Bossy Ambitions. Hey, what's going on? Make sure y'all following each other, too. That's how you network and make connections. What is going on? Hey, Paulette. Hey, welcome in. All right, so I'm gonna do my intro. We'll get started. Those who are not on YouTube or in the Facebook group, you will definitely get the replay. Just type hashtag replay. But good evening, everyone. My name is Lakia Guy. I am the owner of Creatively Unleashed, which is my customs business. I do all things customs, party favors, backdrops, balloon decor, event planning, custom t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, anything that needs to be customized. I'm also the owner of Unleash Blanks, which is my used to be my sublimation blanks business, no longer sell sublimation blanks, but I do have like screen print transfers, rhinestone transfers, and DTF transfers that I sell, as well as teach Canva courses. I've been teaching Canva courses since 2022, and have been doing an amazing job with it. Yeah, I'm just so excited to be here. I'm also a published author. I have 10 books on Amazon. 3 are children's books. The rest are like journals, planners, self-care guides. Then I also did a co-author project. I wrote 1 chapter. Then there were several other authors, I believe 10 to be exact, other authors that participated in this anthology, which is a book that is a collection of different authors. One of the authors was Teddy Pendergrass Jr., so I'm super excited about that. That book did make Amazon bestseller, and then my first 2 children's books made Amazon bestseller. So woohoo, so excited. In addition to that, I am a public school teacher. I teach 6th grade reading. Years prior, I was doing 5th grade social studies, and then I did 6th grade reading and social studies. But I also owned and operated my own daycare for a few years. So wealth of knowledge, I just have to be able to pour it out to you guys. So welcome in if this is your very first time coming in. So just by some comments in the section, why did you want to join a graduation challenge? Why did you want to join a graduation challenge? Just let me know. Hey, Barbara. Hello. The shelving came from Michael's. Welcome. And you can join us on YouTube. The handle is @Coach Lakia Guy. If you want me to be able to see your comments and questions in real time. So just head on over to YouTube so that I can see your comments and questions real time. But welcome in everybody that's on Facebook as well as YouTube. So nobody responded, but that's okay. Hopefully you'll be interacting as we go throughout this session. I want to gain as much knowledge that I can. Awesome. So that's the reason you joined the challenge. Okay. Awesome. Anybody else want to share? Why did you decide to join the challenge? I create custom designs and want to be better at designing. Okay, awesome. So this design challenge, this craft, Canva and craft graduation challenge, you'll be learning how to use Canva techniques, and especially with the update, I'm super excited. I'm going to be sharing that information out as well. I want to take my business to the next level. learn more and want to be great. Awesome, awesome. You guys have some great ideas on why you want to start the graduation challenge. Yes, yes. Yep, so I love that. So I am here to, again, this is our second time doing the graduation challenge. January we did Valentine's Day challenge. February we did our first graduation challenge. March we did a memorial challenge, funeral/memorial challenge, and then we are doing our second edition of the graduation challenge. So hopefully everybody was able to get the VIP package so that you can get your templates to be able to just drag and drop and be able to work alongside of us as we are working throughout the week. All right. So I wanted to do a little bit of mindset and motivation. A lot of times as business owners, we become so isolated that we push others away, or we say to ourselves, isolate ourselves, whereas though we feel like we can't work with one another or help one another. So I wanted to come to you today to talk about elevating, right? Elevating your business. And I have 7 points. Let me share my screen so we can go through them quickly, and then I can tell you about the challenge for the rest of the week. Today is day one. Traditionally is done Monday through Friday. I do have Good Friday service. So I decided to do my challenge from Sunday to Thursday. So tonight's challenge is at 6 o'clock, which is now. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the sessions will be at 9 a.m. If you have VIP, you'll get the replays. If you do not have VIP, you'll be able to see the free portion over here on YouTube. I'm so sad I missed the Memorial Challenge. It's still available. You just won't have any lives with it. But if you want to talk to me afterwards, that's fine. But it is still available. You're able to still access all of the replays, all of the templates, the resources, designs, and everything else that I dropped. Okay. Yes, to get the grad bag. So let me share my screen and we will go through this shortly. All right, so hopefully my screen is showing. Let me just put it in present mode. Present. All right, so our topic for this evening, to get our minds ready for our next level, our next season in our business, as well as getting ready for this graduation season. Now, this is a really, really popular time, especially for crafters. But if your mindset is not together, you will not be able to elevate. You will not be able to get to the next level. You will not be able to monetize like you can, right? Because there's a lot of money to be made this graduation season. You will not be able to monetize like you can, or have the potential to, if you have the wrong type of thinking or the wrong type of mindset. So we have 7 points. ELEVATE. I know y'all like, she corny. She corny, but guess what? It's going to help you get yourselves together, right? So you can call me corny, cornball. I don't even care, but I want everybody to be able to stop limiting yourself. Take the limits off, right? That way you can get to that next level in your businesses. The first thing, so we're doing elevate. Remember I said we spelling elevate all the way out. The first thing you need to do is to embrace the vision. Write that down. Embrace the vision. That's step number 1. You must embrace the vision. Every successful business starts with a powerful vision. So just like New Year's came along, everybody wanted to have a vision board party. Write the vision. What did you do with the things you wrote down on that vision board? Tell me, what did you do with the things you wrote down on that vision board? Did you put anything into action? Did you research or try to find out how you can make that vision come true, or what steps you need to take to get either the supplies, the knowledge, the resources? What have you done? You wrote the vision, like the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain, right? You wrote it down, but what did it do? Did you speak life to it? Did you research what needed to be done in order for that vision or dream to come to pass? Right? So when you think about it, you have to see the future version of your business, right? We all say we want to make money. We all say we want to take our businesses to the next level. But what exactly are we doing to get ourselves to that next level? I know sometimes I can be lazy, believe it or not. Your girl can be lazy every now and then, right? I can come home from work knowing I have things to do, right? I have a whole checklist, right? I gotta make a checklist every Sunday on everything I need to do. Do I do everything that's on my list? No. Sometimes I come home from work, shower, read a book, watch TV, scroll TikTok. I'm watching everybody else's TikTok, but on what I wrote for my vision was I need to be on TikTok more. I need to be on YouTube more. I need to do this. I need to do that. Did I do it? No. Right? And I know a lot of us go through that, right? How many people are guilty of doing it? How many people are guilty? Write it in the comments. How many people are guilty for writing things down, creating a checklist, creating a to-do list, but never get to it? Let me know in the comments. And I actually, since I'm sharing my screen, I'm going to look at the comments over here. Hold on. How many people are guilty of it? I know I'm not the only one. I can't possibly be the only one that's guilty of doing that. Give me 1 second because I can't see comments. How many people are guilty of that? Let me know. And if my phone don't allow me to see the comments, don't worry. I'll see them after I stop sharing my screen. Let me see. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can see that. Okay, I can see my own comment, but I can't see any other comments. Okay, no worries. So you definitely have to speak life into your dreams. Be unapologetic about where you're headed and where you see your business going. Close your eyes for a minute. Close your eyes for a minute if you're able to, if not. And I want you to visualize if fear wasn't a factor, what would your business look like in 12 months from now? If fear was not a factor, what would your business look like 12 months from now? Or even 3 months from now? If fear wasn't a factor, let me know. If fear wasn't a factor, where would your business be? Hold on, I cannot see comments. I don't like that I can't see comments. Hold on 1 second. Excuse me. Where would your business be? I know I will be so much further along if I didn't let fear or limited beliefs creep in every now and then, right? If I let go of, fear, it really can cripple you, right? A lot of people are afraid of moving to the next level. A lot of people are afraid of your idea failing. People are afraid of not being as successful as they envision to be. Like, success takes steps, right? Nobody's going to be a success overnight. I mean, some people do if they go viral, I guess, right? But if it wasn't a factor, what would your business look like? I know for me, I would probably be in a building. Well, especially when I had sublimation blanks, but I would probably be in the building. I would be retired from teaching. I will be crafting every single day, crafting, teaching classes, making t-shirts, and doing things that I love. I love teaching, but I also love crafting and teaching adults. So definitely have to embrace your vision. Sorry I can't see your comments, but still make your comments below, okay? That's number one, embrace your vision. Number two, lead with purpose. Lead with purpose. Remember, you're not just running a business. Yes, you may have a business or even several businesses. You're leading a movement. You're leading with purpose. You're not just thinking about bills getting paid. Yes, sometimes that could be a concern of yours, right? But you have to know your why. Know your why and let that fuel every product you create, every post you make, every service that you offer within your business, right? Purpose, and this is really important, purpose will always outlast pressure, right? So when you think about your business and you're leading with purpose, you must always go back and think, why did I start this business in the first place? What made me start? Not just the money. Yes, money is a reason. But what was the mission? What was your mission or your purpose or the vision statement that you created for your businesses? What's your why? What's your why? There I go. I can see the comments now. Yes. Awesome. Yes, you have to think about your why. Some people started a business to leave a legacy for their children. Some people started a business during COVID, because jobs may have laid off. Some people started a business to be able to help their parents, or for whatever reason, right? For me, I started the business. So my daughter was graduating from high school, and I reached out to an event planner, actually a few event planners, and the prices to me at this time were like purely outrageous. So I wanted to be able to give her a nice graduation party, and I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money doing it. So, of course, I went to YouTube University. So don't knock YouTube University. They may not answer your questions. They may not, give you the scoop or the real details of everything, but it really helped me out a lot. So I was able to, the event planner quoted like $6,000-$7,000 for a graduation party. And I'm like, I don't even feel comfortable. It was worth that amount, granted. I do believe people should get paid what they're worth, but I just simply couldn't afford it and still be able to pay all of the other expenses to be able to get her off for school. So what I did is I looked on YouTube, found some things that I wanted to make. I made t-shirts, party favors, balloon decor, you name it. I did everything that I was looking for someone else to do, and I was able to perfect it. So let me tell you, when I first learned, there were lots and lots of mistakes, right? But I was still able to pull it off, and it still looked beautiful, right? And it was something that was from the heart. Then I said to myself, somebody else might want to learn how to create party favors, or someone else might want to learn how to do balloon decor. And that's when I started teaching others to do what I do. And if you feel like you know a lot about your niche, whether it's party favors, whether it's balloons, whether it's teaching Canva, designing Photoshop, whatever you feel like you're skilled in, you can turn around and teach others how to do the same exact thing, right? And initially, when I started teaching, I was like, oh no, I don't want people to have all my ideas and then they, be way better, right? Which could be a fear for some people. That's why some people don't want to teach, or that's why some people gatekeep information. But after a while, I was like, For me, I don't really even do crafting anymore. So if I'm training someone how to do party favors or balloon decor or making a t-shirt, anytime I don't feel like doing an order or anytime, I'm not available, I can send my clients or refer my clients over to somebody that I train that I trust with my clients, right? So it's not a matter of holding on to information. It's a matter of giving of yourself. And that's what I enjoy doing. So the next E, it's hot, y'all. The next E is execute consistently. Now, if anybody has ever been in any of my classes, I always preach consistency. You have to be consistent in your business. Now, somebody like me who sometimes want to take a break or take an extra nap if I'm really tired, I still have to be consistent. So my way of being consistent could be, scheduling my posts 60 to 90 days out, or at least having the content ready for 60 to 90 days out. Another way that you can show consistency could be getting up every day, following your routine. Even if you don't schedule your posts, making sure you schedule, making sure you go ahead and make your posts. Some people can't schedule a post. Some people may only get, ideas day to day, which is fine. Nothing's wrong with that. But your part of consistency is still making sure that you show up for your clients, making sure that you going into work, right, which is your business, going into work, doing what you have to do to make sure orders go out according to the time frame that you set, making sure that when somebody has a question that you're able to answer that question. If you have like a Facebook group or a Facebook business page, or even a different type of community, whether it's school, whether it's a TikTok community, making sure that you are consistently showing up for your people. So let me ask you this. What is one thing you need to start doing consistently, even if it's uncomfortable? What's one thing? Just drop it in the comments. What's one thing you need to start doing consistently, even if it's uncomfortable? Write it in the chat so I can see. And we can all hold you accountable, right? Yes. You coming in to talk too?
Real quick.
Oh, okay. Well, pause for a second. I guess my hubby went to talk. Hold on. Let me hold on. I'll remove my screen. Go ahead, babe. Go ahead. I'll get up. This is my husband. Some of you guys already met him.
Hello, everyone. Oh, they can hear me.
The comments are there and there.
Right. Can I get somebody to wave to me and say hi?
They've been a little shy tonight. I don't know what's going on. They've been going.
Well, I ain't gonna be long. I am a long-winded preacher, but I'm just going to give you 3 quick points. My wife been talking about elevate, so I'm gonna give you 3 quick points to help your business elevate, help yourself elevate. Just 3 quick points. Number 1, focus on the one thing at a time. Some of you are trying to do multiple things, try to promote this Canva, try to do all this. Focus on one thing at a time. The one thing you master is the one thing that will make money so you can fund the other things you want to do. So when you want to fund the other things you want to do, you have a great ideas, you have a great motivation, you have a great game plan, but you're focusing on trying to put pieces in every place. You want to just focus on one thing. The one thing that you probably don't like to do that much, but makes you the most money, that's what you want to focus on. Master that. And then when that brings in the funds and the money to fuel the other things, now you have time to push those other things as in your business. But focus on one thing at a time to make sure that you are not stretching yourself thin. So you get frustrated because this not working and that not working. I heard this idea. I grabbed this idea. All those things are great, but you got to find what your niche is. What is your niche? What's making you the most money? Do that thing, even if it may be a little bit labor intensive. Do that one thing, and when that thing start making money for you and bringing in that money that you want, and then now the other things you want to focus on, now you have the money to buy the right supplies, buy the right materials to move in that area. Number two is closing hours. I know.
Y'all know he getting on me, right?
Closing hours. Your store, your business has to have a start time and an end time. When do you get rest? I understand some people are night owls. I'm a night owl and an early riser, so I can be up late and rise early. But sometimes you have to close the store just so you can regroup and refresh yourself. Your family is crying for cereal and milk and dinner, and you like, I got one more thing to do. That one more thing turns into 2 hours of more work. So sometimes you got to establish, when am I opening and when am I closing? Is it going to be full time? Is it going to be part time? And if one day you have to work a little overtime, plan ahead so that your family won't get the short end of the stick. Y'all might not like that one, but closing time, because people like to work and work and work and work and work, because you got to get that business up. I gotta push my brand. That's fine, but sometimes you and your brand need a little bit of rest. So open and close, and you'll realize you'll get more done, because when you come back to open your store, you're fresh. Your ideas are flowing better. But if you always, like they say, burn the midnight candle, you're going to wake up tired, and the program you're trying to put in, that design you're trying to do, it's driving you bananas because you can't get it right. But if you get some rest, sometimes you got to step away. When I was in college, I was a biology major. I used to study, and sometimes some of my subjects were very difficult. So what I used to do, I used to close the books, walk away, do something different for about an hour, and come back. All the fresh, everything start clicking in. Sometimes you need that break from trying to constantly thinking about the next business, the next move, the next move. Everybody always have a next business move, but most people's business not even moving. So sometimes you got to just take a break. And the last point, and I'm out of here. Take out time for your family. Your family needs you more than the business. Your family is your great support system. Your family is the one that's sacrificing. Your family recognizes your great work. Your family is the sounding board, whether this design looks right or not. But sometimes you got to not talk business around your family and just be you. Be the mama, be the auntie, be the niece, the nephew, wherever you are on this line, be that for your family, because they need you. They don't need your business ideas all the time. They just need you. So take some time with your family, play a little bit, pray some more, play a little bit. But sometimes you got to take time for your family. You're making all this money and you're trying to get more money and more money. And somebody might as well say, and more money.
And more.
And then more money. But then you're too tired to spend the time with your family to spend the money. And that's what. So take time out for your family. This are the 3 points I have tonight. If anybody have any questions, you can post them. I guess how you say it, post it. This is not my thing. I'm a live person, so I'm face to face. But it's very important. Those 3 things is all I have, and I'm telling you that will help you. Yep, closing hours and take that. There's Prints and Hints. I like that name very much. So write that down, put it on the wall just to remind yourself. And this by Canva family or Dr. Guy's Canva family.
Canva and
Craft, whatever y'all do. Like
whatever.
That will not only elevate your business, but it elevates you to being a high caliber person. So elevating your business is one thing, but elevating yourself is something that cannot a price tag cannot be put on it. Elevate as a person, and your business will elevate. So those 3 things: focus on one thing at a time, close the store sometimes, and spend time with your family. That's all I have tonight. I stopped in. I was hanging out with my daughter, having fun, and I knew my wife was on this. She talked about this at dinner.
My bad.
But
It's not a chastisement.
not at all. Not at all. But I'm telling you, you will see elevation if you focus on those three things and breathe, people. It's going to be all right. Don't worry about what the current administration is doing. You focus on what you have to do to elevate yourself and elevate your business. Love you guys. God bless you.
Thank you,
I'm
babe.
I'm out of here. I'm going to chill. I'm about to close my store.
All right, babe. Thank you. Woo! All right. Yeah, so the entire dinner time, I was like, I got hurry up. Y'all need to gobble your food now so I can get to this live. So thank you, honey. All right. I forgot which letter we were on, but let me go back to that presentation. Yes, it definitely was good. It's a wake-up call. We do need to take out time for our families. We do need to focus. My brain, my brain just goes all over the place. That undiagnosed ADHD, right? But definitely focus on one thing at a time. Have closing hours, set opening and closing hours, and then definitely take time for family. Woo! That was good. All right, let me get back. So we were on execute, right? I think somebody tell me, were we on execute? Were we finished execute or did we just start execute? I don't remember. Hold on. I thought we was about to have to pass the offering bucket for a minute. I was like, okay, honey. Okay, I think we already finished execute. No, I think we were going to execute. Yes. So ideas are definitely beautiful. So like he said, our minds sometimes go all over the place. But ideas are definitely beautiful, but execution is what builds empire. So yes, we are on execution. Okay. Stop waiting for the perfect time. It's already here, right? A lot of times we say, oh, I gotta get this in order. I have to have the perfect website. I have to have the perfect automations. I have to have the perfect funnel. I have to have the perfect speech. But stop waiting for everything to be perfect, right? It's already here. This is the perfect time to start. So whether you misspell something, whether you don't cross your eyes, dot your eyes, cross your T's, it doesn't matter. Now is the perfect time to start executing in your businesses, making sure you show up every single day with discipline and be intentional, right? Intentional. There's a scripture in the Bible that I always think about when I'm thinking about executing consistently. Is let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the perfect time we will reap a harvest if we don't give up. And that's found in Galatians 6:9. Making sure that we are showing up. I don't care if we're tired. There's sometimes I come on live and be sick, right? So if you didn't know, from January to like the middle of March, so the end of January, when I came back from a conference in Atlanta, I was like sick, like really, really sick from the end of January to like almost the end of March. Thought it was like the average cold. They told me that my daughter, so it was like, go to the doctor, go to the doctor. I will end up having bronchitis, so they don't know if it was COVID or if it was some other type of ailment, but I had bronchitis and it was so bad they had to give me steroids, prescribe an inhaler. I couldn't breathe. Every time I coughed, I felt like I was about to pass out, but I still showed up for my community. I still went live. I still did what I had to do for the business. I did take some rest, granted. I did take some rest on some days where I said I would be live. I might not have went live on that day, but I did make sure I went live sometime that week. And my community was understanding of that. But you still have to be consistent, whether you're sick, whether you're tired. Sometimes I'm anemic, so a lot of times I'm tired, but I can't keep making excuses for being tired. So whatever I have to do to make sure I have energy, whether it's eating properly, whether it's drinking more water, taking walks, exercising, whatever it needs, I need to do to show up consistently for my community. But again, that scripture is, let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we don't give up. And that basically says, if you consistently do what you have to do for your business without giving up, it may seem money might not be coming in, the sales might not be coming in, your referrals may not be coming in, but don't give up. Say it in the comments. Don't give up. Don't give up on the vision. Don't give up on the dreams that you have for your business. Just don't give up. Um, the next one, the next one. And some people might be saying now they ready to give up. Don't give up. I don't care how hard it seems. Don't give up. If you need strategies, reach out to somebody who's already been there, done that. If you need help with something, reach out. That's what the community is for, reaching out so somebody else can, lift you up, boost you, give you encouragement and motivation to keep doing what you have to do. Yes, don't give up. You're right. Hey, Divine Favor, I'm doing well. Yes, do not give up. The V is value the process. Trust me, we all have a different process to get where we need to get in our businesses, right? Some people move pretty fast, some people move pretty slow, right? But we all have to follow a process to get our businesses to elevate and take us to that next level. You see me here coaching today, right? Or even going live. This wasn't always Coach Lakia, right? It wasn't always me. I used to be so afraid to turn the camera on and go live. I mean, like really, really afraid, to the point where I would take paper clips and unravel paper clips. Sometimes I would get so sick, like right before live, because I was so scared to get on live. And it took somebody, well, a few people coaching me along the way, because I have like 5 different coaches, right? I have a coach for social media, a coach for crafting, a coach for a lot of things, right? I have 5 different coaches, and now I'm in a coaching program, the mastermind program, which I told my VIPs, no, I told my Canva bootcamp people about a little while ago. This mentorship that I'm in, is a monthly mentorship, and I've really been stepping out of my shell, feeling empowered. But everybody goes through a process. So you, even if this is like your first year seeing me live, when I was going live all the way back in 2020 and 2021, I was afraid. I felt like I wasn't good enough to get on the live. I felt like what I had to say wasn't valuable. I felt like, yeah, I had so many different emotions, right? But again, we all have a process that we need to follow to elevate, to take our businesses to that next level. Your process is not going to be the same process as mine, right? Me, I had to learn a lot, especially on YouTube University, but it took me longer because I didn't have someone guiding me, right? YouTube didn't guide me. YouTube couldn't give me what I needed to push me out of my comfort zone, to push me to the next level in the business, to push me to the point of even coaching other people to do what I do, right? It was a mindset shift, and it was also those around me that held me accountable and made sure that I stuck to the process, right? I can always say in my mind, I have big goals, I have big dreams. But what's the use of having big goals and big dreams if you're not going to be willing to follow the process? Did I bump my head a lot? Sure enough, did. Did I cry a lot? Sure do. I still cry, right? Do I sometimes feel like I'm not doing what I need to do for my business? Of course. We're all going to go through those things, right? So we always have wins, right? Every Wednesday in our Facebook group, we celebrate wins. So we call it Winning Wednesday, where people can come in and celebrate their wins. We celebrate wins, whether they're big or small. We celebrate them all. Oh, I just did it wrong. Big or small, we celebrate them all. What lessons have you learned during this process? What setbacks did you have to go through? What surprises even came up while you was following in your process, not my process, following in your process? Um, don't rush, right? Growth takes time, but what you build while you're growing will last longer than what you rush to create. And I'll say that again because that was a nugget that I read. Oh gosh, I'm not good with remembering what books I get quotes from, but I read this a little while ago. It says growth takes time, but what you build while growing will last longer than what you create, what you rush to create. So don't rush the process. Don't rush. Take your time. Slow and steady, like the turtle, slow and steady wins that race, right? Don't try to think you need to hit millionaire status overnight. You don't. Follow your process. Follow what it is that you need to follow, right? And there's a scripture, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God and to those who are called according to his purpose in Romans. So even the hardest seasons in your life or in your business have purpose, right? It all has purpose. You may not know what the purpose is while you're going through it, but it all has purpose. It all serves a purpose. No matter what the delay is, no matter what detour you have to take in your business, or even whatever disappointments that you face, just know that it's all working out for you. How many people know that setbacks help you make that comeback, right? I'm not trying to do all these rhyming words, but setbacks take you to that comeback, right? So, what lessons, and this is a question I have, what lessons did you learn in your business journey that made you stronger, even though it felt like it was a setback? What lessons did you learn in your business journey that made you stronger, even though it felt like a setback? Share your wins in the comments. Share your wins or even your tips, your words of encouragement, your words of wisdom. What lessons did you learn? I know one thing for me, it was a hard lesson to learn, right? Because of my, the way my brain works. I know I can do everything, but I had to come to the hard reality that I need to focus, right? So for me, I was selling sublimation blanks, sublimation ink, sublimation paper, you name it. I brought everything related to crafts, and I really don't even like the craft, right? I brought all this resin. I have tons of resin sitting around the house, never even used it. I have tons of molds. I have tons of everything that I don't even use, right? Or things that I've used once and I haven't used them again, right? For me, I just kept buying every time something new came out. Literally. Every time somebody said, do this, or this is the next thing coming out, that's what I would do. I mean, if you looked around my craft room, my basement, my garage, even still in my dining room, I have tons of stuff that I haven't used in almost 2 to 3 years. I can have a yard sale or, put stuff on Facebook Marketplace and I will be making a huge amount of money. Huge amount. I literally have every craft item and don't use any of it. Right? So the hardest thing for me in business to learn was that although I may want to do everything, I can't do everything. I need to focus on what I love doing, which is teaching, right? And what I love teaching is Canva. So everything in my mind, my whole mindset had to shift. Everything that I do now involves Canva, right? So I'll tell you how everything involves Canva. When I'm designing DTF or screen print or rhinestone transfers, where am I designing it at? In Canva. If I'm doing This was from the Memorial Challenge. When I'm doing a memorial, anything for memorial, Canva. Valentine's Day, Canva. Graduation, Canva. Anything I make is in Canva. So I am tying all of the businesses that I have, which I have 5 separate businesses. I tie them all together to include Canva. That is what I do. I don't have to do crafting, right? I can make designs and show people how to craft, but I don't have to craft, right? I can literally just teach Canva, teach what I love, and don't have to worry about all of the other stuff. Even with my balloon decorating, right? When I do balloon decorating, I normally just do it either for church or for my school, for their formal, or for whatever events they need. I designed it first on Canva, how I want it to look, how I wanted to set up, even for the backdrops. Everything's done in Canva. Then I teach the students at the school. See, I'm giving back. I'm teaching the students at the school how to do it. That way, if it's something that they enjoy or they decide they want to start a business, hey, I remember Dr. Guy taught me how to make a balloon art. I remember Dr. Guy showed me how to make party favors and put the chip bags together, right? But it all is around what? Canva. That's my focus. Canva designing, nothing else. Everything I do, whether it's selling transfers or doing a t-shirt, making a banner, is all in Canva. I'm sorry, let me look at y'all comments. Not charging my worth. Yes, that's a big one, Candace. I feel like a lot of people, not just you, but a lot of people struggle with not charging their worth. A lot of people don't know how to price. And I think I should teach a class on it because I have pricing calculator to show you how to charge your worth. And a lot of times, like even people in this area, they're charging like $10 for a t-shirt. I'm like, how? How are you selling $10 for just one t-shirt? It's no way. Like your shirt's $3. You might get a transfer or a DTF transfer for $2-3. Where's your profit? Like your time to design, your time to press. You have to turn on that press, especially if the person's only ordering one little t-shirt, right? How are you charging $10 for one t-shirt? That's like absolutely ridiculous. I can see if somebody brought like 500 shirts or 250 shirts or whatever the case may be, but $10 for one shirt, no. I don't even turn my heat press on for one shirt. No, not doing it. Vanessa said everybody is not my customer. That is so true. That is absolutely true. And sometimes we don't realize that everybody is not our customer, especially if we don't have sales coming in. Or if yes, Charity. Especially if sales aren't coming in. Hold on, let me enlarge this. Or there was a referral from someone, and maybe there's someone that you sold to that referred them. You gave them a cheaper price or a less expensive price, and they feel like they should get it for the same. So definitely everyone is not your customer. That's why when you set up your websites, and I'm going to show you if you're in VIP, how to set up your Shopify website for your physical products, and then how to set up your stand store for your digital products. So if you're in VIP, you're going to get that information, but making sure you have the proper policies in place on your websites, letting people know your turnaround time, letting them know frequently asked questions, letting them know the shipping. So how long it takes for the product to be created, and then how long it will take for for them to receive their items, right? It also depends on if they choose UPS versus USPS, right? So there's a difference. All of that should be listed on your website. Some people do returns. I don't do returns, especially for digital products, classes. I don't do returns or refunds for any of those things. Some people do, but you definitely have to have that in your product description and also in your policies, so that when someone purchases items from you, they know exactly what they're getting. It takes the guesswork out. That way you will have less issues. So yes, those are definitely some good points that both of you made. So A, this is number 5. We're almost done. Align with your audience. Align with your audience. What do you think that means, to align with your audience? Align with your audience. Anybody have a guess? What does it mean to align with your audience? All right, I don't see any comments, but aligning with your audience, you're speaking their language. You're solving whatever problem. So I have a Facebook group called Canva Designing. I am going to be in the process of changing that. I have a coach helping me with that. But Canva Designing and Crafting, Canva Designing, Crafting, Business Development. I know it's really long. It's going to be changing this week. But in my community, I may pose a question, or someone may ask a question in the group of a problem that they can be experienced, whether it's in Canva, they're printing, a craft, whatever their problems are. When you align with your audience, are you solving their problems? Are you answering their questions? If you don't know an answer, you can ask someone in your community, or if you have a group expert, they can possibly answer the questions to help solve the problems. But that is what you should be doing. You should be solving problems for your audience, your clients, your customers, right? You need to serve them. That's what it means, aligning with your audience. You need to serve them. You're not just about selling items. You should be connecting, making those connections in your group. Even if it's a paid group, a free group, you should be making connections. Connection can be like I used to do in my Facebook group. We had a Monday mingle where people can answer a specific question and get to know other people in the Facebook community. I might bring that back now that I'm thinking about it. But you should be trying to connect and build relationships. That can be having an accountability partner. I have like 5 APs. We do chat every once in a while, but sometimes you need that connection with other crafters, other business owners. You need that community, that sisterhood. If any brothers on here, I'm sorry. Brotherhood, sisterhood, I don't know, your community, right? The people that you engage with, right? Because a lot of times, and this is what I believe, a lot of times people won't be as frustrated in their businesses if they have someone they can communicate with, somebody who was available to mentor them, somebody who could talk to them or communicate with them about their specific needs, right? That their business needs. And to be quite honest, there aren't too many avenues for people to be able to sometimes vent, sometimes hold each other accountable, sometimes even getting that encouragement that we need as business owners, right? Why do we think it's okay, right? Oops, sorry, a message is coming up. Why do we think it's okay to not give of ourselves to our customers, right? When you are sending out a t-shirt, do you send a thank you note, right? They don't have to support your business. Are you sending a thank you note? Are you packaging your items with love? When people spend money in your community, whether it's for a course, whether it's for a product that they may have purchased from you, how are you showing them that you appreciate their business? Have you reached out to any of the people in your community? Have you talked, whether it was on Zoom, whether it was a text message, An inbox message? Have you reached out to anybody in your community to say, hey, I haven't seen you posting in a while. I haven't seen you interacting in the group. Are you okay? Anything going on? Anything you need help with? Any and sometimes it may just may need someone to talk to. But are we allowing that time, or are we allowing people to trust and rely on us? Or are we just about making that dollar? Hey, how are you? I don't call people. I do text, I do inbox. Hey, how are you? How you feeling today? Is everything okay? Haven't seen you on live for a while. I haven't seen you post in a while. Is everything good? You okay? That's part of building that connection, that sisterhood. Don't say you're a part of a sisterhood if you're not reaching out, communicating with others, right? You got to reach out. You got to sell what others want. Oh, okay. Yes. What was I saying? Yes. So you got to make sure that you're speaking to your audience and not just posting what you like. Are you meeting their needs? Are you connecting? Besides selling, right? We can all sell. We all know how to make $1 out of 15 cents, right? That's how we're programmed. We know how to sell, right? Everybody knows how to sell. If you have a business, you know how to sell something, right? You might not do it, but you know how to sell something. But even when you're making a post, are your posts connecting with your audience? That's a question. Are your posts connecting with your audience? So think about your ideal client, like the client that you absolutely love, even if you haven't had one yet. But think about your ideal client. Describe or tell me, what does an ideal client look like to you? Everything takes time. I will have to pay VIP. I have to do homework. Yes, Selena, I'll post the link at the end of this presentation and I'll show you what's all inside of the VIP. Yep, I'll show that right after this. Tell me in the comments. Excuse me. What does your ideal client look like? What does your ideal client look like? Nobody has an idea of what an ideal client looks like. I know for me, and I have a few ideal clients actually. To me, an ideal client is one, first of all, who loves Canva, right? I love Canva, and people who love Canva definitely rocks with me, right? So my ideal client, when I'm thinking about someone that I want to be a client, or a few of the clients that I do have, what makes them stand out for me is loyalty. And what that looks like is, if I'm live, I know they can't make every live, but when I'm live, they're engaging, they're interacting, they're asking questions. It could mean clicking likes and hearts. It's not, even for me, it's not all about the spending, right? Like, you don't have to spend with me every day, every month. I'm not worried about that. Again, I'm worried about connection. If you rock with me, I rock with you. If you don't rock with me, then I don't rock with you, right? But a lot of times, I feel that sometimes there can be a loss of connection because of things they may have heard from someone else, which is a secondhand information. It could be a loss of connection because you had to make moves in your business that they may not agree with, or moves that elevate your business that that they may have questioned and didn't question. But it's still all about that connection. A client who wants a unique design or product and has no problem spending on it. Okay. Vanessa said that's her ideal client, a client who wants a unique design or product and has no problem spending for it. Don't get me wrong. I like clients that pay as well. I do. But that's not for me, that's not my primary. I mean, I have a full-time job. So not that I don't take my business seriously, but I don't necessarily do it for the money. Like if you look at my total amount of sales from last year, right? Which I got to get ready for the accounting by Tuesday. I know that's the end of tax season. I didn't make a whole lot, right? I was more so helping others with their businesses and not so much focusing on my own, which is not a good thing. You got to make sure if you're helping others, you need to make sure that you're helping yourself with your business. But I fell short on that. I kind of put my business to the wayside to help others. But this year I was very intentional. And I said, if I want to see growth in my business, elevate, that's what we're talking about. If I want to elevate to the next level, I need to take my business seriously, right? Taking my business seriously is following all of these steps that I'm giving you. It's having my vision readily available. Let me go through my list. Leading with purpose, execute consistently, value the process that I'm going through, and now aligning with my audience. These are all of the things, all of the steps that you need to take to make sure that you are taking your business to the next level. So I said to myself, I am going to be intentional this year, spending more time with my family, doing what I have to do first, business wise, for the challenges, a challenge every month, and then a few master classes, which I have coming up in an intensive. But it's all about spending time doing what I want to do, right? It's not so much focusing on, how can I say it? Focusing on the needs of my community, if that makes sense. I don't do this for the money. This is the gravy. I love to create. Oh, yes, that's fine. But I'm just talking about myself. Yes. Focus on the needs of my audience, right? So the majority of, it's like 50-50. I can't even say the majority. I have Canva users, and then I also have some crafters. So it's about half and half. The majority of the people that I have joining my Facebook community now are Canva users, not so much crafters. So I can tell that by my analytics, by the people who join, and when they tell me where they join from, whether it's Facebook suggested, a Canva group or a craft group, I can kind of tell where they're more geared towards. So that's why in a few, you're going to see that shift inside of the my Canva Facebook community, because I have both audiences now, right? I don't have to constantly talk about crafts. I can talk a lot about Canva, which is my passion, because I'm having a mix of both groups in there, okay? So making sure that you're not just posting the things that you like. I love my motivation posts. Not getting rid of my daily motivation posts. I don't care. I'm not getting rid of those. But making sure that you're posting what your audience likes. Making sure you're building that connection with your audience members. Welcome them into your Facebook community, your YouTube community. Just building that connection. People need that. With a lot of things that's going on in the world today, we need to be building that connection. Yes, definitely know your audience need. Number, what are we on? 6. Take risks boldly. Now, I've always been a risk taker. I was that student back in the day. How can I say it? That teachers hated that I came to school sometimes because I was always a risk taker. I always like push the button. I always talked out of turn. Like literally my parents, well, my dad was able to, work, but my mom, she was constantly at the school because of my behavior issues. Believe it or not, I had a lot of behavior issues growing up. To the point where I was put out of 2 schools for my behavior. Um, Talkative, very disrespectful to teach. And I don't know why I did it. It might have been like a height challenge type of thing. I had to like show my bravado because I was so short. But I had a lot of behavior issues, always in the principal's office. When I was in private school, I'm not going to say the name. I don't even know if they still open. But when I was in private school, my very first private school, I remember they used to paddle you. So you know how at the pizza shop they had like this big old paddle that I don't even know what they call it, but big wooden board that they would put the pizza on and then put it in the oven. Well, we had something like that at the school. And I guess back then it wasn't called like corporal punishment. I guess it was like discipline, right? So I remember, what grade was I in? First grade. The principal came in at the time. I don't even know if they were called principal, but the person was like head of the school. And I got paddled in front of the entire class, right? With this huge paddle. I mean, it was huge and thick. It was like this thick and like this big. And the administrator principal, I don't know if it was a principal, but paddled me in front of the class. Like I was always somebody who like went a little too far and pushed buttons, worked teachers' nerves. And I don't know why I did it. We still don't know why to this day. But I had severe behavior problems, fighting. I think every school I went to, I was fighting for no reason. Like I would just like start fights. But I was always that person who took risks. Like I never told myself I couldn't do anything. And now in business, I'm no longer a fighter. I'm saved, sanctified, and filled. So I don't be out in the streets rumbling. I don't do any of that anymore. But I do remember those days. But I say all that to say we have to be able to take risks and come out of our comfort zone. In order to get to elevate and get to that next level in our business, we have to be bold. We have to be courageous. We have to think outside of the box, right? Nothing's going to come to you easy, right? Whether it's spending money to do challenges or buying the newest equipment. Like I have a whole DTF machine over there that needs maintenance and has been sitting for a minute. But I spent over $2,000 on the machine, used it for like 3 months, and it's still been sitting for almost like 2 years, and it's just sitting there. But I took a risk and purchased it from overseas, right? To take my business to the next level. So we have to take risks. Sometimes, the risk that we take is successful. And sometimes, just like my DTF machine, it's not. But how would you know if the idea or the product that you're purchasing or the service that you offer, how do you know if it's going to be successful or not if you don't even take that risk? That's something really to think about. If you don't ever take a risk in your business, how do you know if it's going to work? How do you know if you're going to get that result in your business or not? Right? You got to expect big results. In getting big results, you might have to take risks. It's definitely going to be uncomfortable. But how do you know if what you're taking a risk on, if it's going to work or not, if you don't even step out of what's comfortable to take that risk? And I'm speaking to myself. There's some things that I know I want and I need to take my business to the next level. But in order for me to do it, I got to step out there and take the risk. I don't know if it's going to be successful. I don't. But I know there's some risks that I'm going to take, whether success or fail. But I'm willing to step out of my comfort zone, what's comfortable to me, and take that risk and to see where it leads me. Right? I've never been one to like play it safe, right? I've never been the one to play it safe. And the one scripture I have for that is God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. You weren't created to shrink and shrink and not shine bright. You weren't created for that. You are the person that somebody else could be looking for. You might have a skill set, a gift, or even a calling that somebody needs. But since you're afraid to take that risk or step out boldly, that person is missing out. Right? Think about it like that. You need to be bold, fearless, and to take risks. So, what's one bold move? I'm putting the ball back in your court. What's one bold move you've been putting off because you're afraid of what others might think? Talk about it in the comments. I want to know. Of course, you don't have to give us like a your business idea, but what is one thing, one bold move you've been putting off or not doing because you're afraid of what others might think? It could be going live. It could be selling bundles, bundled items for graduation. It could be designing something. What's a bold move that you're afraid to take? Know your audience need. What's a bold move that you are afraid to take? Excuse me. Ooh, I lost your comments. Hold on 1 second. Where'd y'all go? Okay, I don't know where the comments went, but what is one bold move you've been putting off because you're afraid of what others may think? So when you type it out in the comments, or if you have it in your heads, or if you're taking notes and you don't want to share it, it's okay. It's no worries. You don't have to share it out loud. But when you think about it, we all have things that we are afraid of doing, right? And the thing that we're ultimately afraid of doing, it can be the very thing that takes your business to the next level. Like I have a coach, I'm in a mastermind, right? And I have a coach. Well, one of my coaches, I have two coaches so far. But one of my coaches, Coach Felicia, she is trying to help me get my mindset together to take my business to the next level. I hope she's watching it too. Every week when I talk to her, sometimes twice a week, she's like, I can't make you believe in yourself. How does she say it? I can't make you believe in yourself more than you do. Something of that sort. Basically, she's saying, I hear what you say each and every week, sometimes twice a week, I hear what you're saying. I hear the ideas you have. I hear what you want to do. But somewhere down the line, you're afraid of taking that next step to do what you know you should be doing. That's basically what she's saying to me every week. And I call to listen to this every week. She says, why are you charging the amount you charge? She tells me every time I tell her about my courses, why do you give so much and you're not charging for it? And I say to myself, this is where that doubt comes in. I don't really think I could charge that amount. I don't really think people are going to pay that amount. And I'm always coming up with these excuses. And every week she tells me the same thing. I can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Right? And I'm going to tell you the same thing. You have ideas. You have things you want to do. You have the vision. You wrote the vision for yourself, right? You researched and got ideas for your businesses, but you're afraid to take that next step. I can see that for some of you that I have connections with, I can see you moving in that next step. But if you can't see it for yourself, what can I do? I can coach you till I'm blue in the face, right? You say, hey, I want to start going live. I'll give you my platform to go live, right? In my group, I'm always offering for people to come in and do lives. But until you see in yourself that you can do a live, take risk, right? You won't ever do it, right? Yeah, somebody said going live, right? Katina, going live. Paulette said creating templates. Exactly. You have to take those risks. Don't put it off, right? If you want to learn how to create templates, I give you templates. All you got to do is drag and drop a picture, change the name, change the colors, right? You don't necessarily have to create the templates on your own. Yes, it is nice to create some, but until you get to the place where you feel comfortable enough creating your own templates, if somebody's providing you templates, just change them up into your liking or into your customers' liking. You can definitely do that. And going live, Katina, you can come live in the group. Tell me what you want to do. I got you. I'll even tell you step by step how to go live. I don't mind sharing that information and sharing my platform to help people to go live. I don't mind. And for me, when I first started going live, like I said, I was definitely afraid. I would just start getting sick. Like right before the live, I felt like I was getting hives. I felt like I had to throw up and all that stuff, right? Before going live. But what works for me is, since I'm undiagnosed ADHD, right? What works for me when I'm going live is to have out a tight agenda from point A to Z of what I want to talk about on live. If I don't have a PowerPoint or if I don't have an agenda typed up, my brain goes all over the place and I can't focus. So for me, it's typing up an agenda. What am I going to say at this point? What am I going to say next? Even when I did lives on TikTok, I would write down some points of what I wanted to do. Like I would set up a calendar. I don't even have it in front of me. Let me draw one on this paper. So I would have like a calendar, right? How many days of the week? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So say this is a calendar, right? Excuse my little chicken scratch. So say this is a calendar, right? On here, I would say I'm going live on TikTok. I'm going to go live on Facebook, Instagram, which I know I need to get on. TikTok, what's this? What was this over here? TikTok, I think this was Facebook. Facebook, Instagram. I think that's all I got. Oh, YouTube. And then I would just repeat. So under here, right? Can you guys see? Under TikTok, I would put something like, I want to do a Canva frame. So if I did it on TikTok, the next day I can do a Canva frame on Facebook. Unless you have StreamYard, you can stream in multiple platforms. So these next 4 days, so for the next 4 days on different platforms, unless you have StreamYard. But when I didn't have StreamYard, this is what I did. I wrote down what my topic would be. Canva frames, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Because I usually don't do lives on a Sunday. All right. So Canva frames, Canva frames, Canva frames, Canva frames. Then all I would do is go back. So the next, after YouTube, it would be TikTok, Facebook, IG, and then TikTok again. Nope, YouTube. Right? And then I wrote down what my next topic would be. Then on a sheet of paper, like this, on a sheet of paper, I would type out exactly what I was saying on TikTok. So on TikTok, each of the platforms are different. I'm going to talk more about that in VIP. Each of the platforms are different, so you have to talk to your audience a little differently. So on Facebook, I'm going to talk about TikTok first because I said that for Monday. So Monday on TikTok, you have to know the lingo, right? And this is just a little abbreviated version, right? So for TikTok, you have to ask them to tap the screen. So yes, you have your agenda in place, but there are some things you need to write at the bottom of your agenda so that you can engage with your audience. Each one of these platforms has a different way to engage. So on TikTok, you're telling them to get the daily heart me, which is at the top, is a little heart at the top. So you would just point to the top. You would tell them to make sure they're following you. So anybody new, make sure you're following. So they'll click follow. Then a heart pops up. You would tell them it only takes 1 cent to get that daily heart me, right? So that's 2 actions and engagement techniques that you are using. Then you can tell them to make comments. Then they can tap the screen. But unless you have that written down, especially when you're going live for like the first time or even for a while, you have to write those reminders down on your agenda. So yes, you'll have a typed agenda, but on each typed agenda, you might at the bottom want to put TikTok, right? And then for TikTok, you would say, keep clicking the likes, gifts. You can also do the follow, share, and then the heart me. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 different ways that somebody can engage with you on Facebook. On TikTok. Then when you go on Facebook, you're teaching the same exact lesson that you taught over in Canva. But if you don't want to go live 2 days back to back, all you have to do is download your TikTok video and then upload it to Facebook and your other social media platforms. Live is better in case somebody has questions. But for Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, there are different ways to build your engagement on both platforms. Again, I'll teach that in VIP. I know most people don't want to hear that information now, but taking that risk, if you're afraid to go live, there are definitely useful strategies and techniques that can be utilized. Again, doing an agenda to help you stay focused and on point. And at the bottom, writing down how you engage, how you're supposed to engage, right? And again, for TikTok, that's clicks, click like, gifts, follow, share, and then the daily heart me. Every time you on TikTok, you tell people to do those things, and that builds your engagement in your TikTok community, builds your followers, builds your engagement, and you want all of those things. That way you can get monetized. I get a check from Facebook. It might not be a lot, But I get a check. So I monetize on Facebook and TikTok. So I get money for TikTok, and I also get money for Facebook. So I'll be telling y'all all that invite VIP. I can't do it all today, y'all. We only got limited time. So definitely making sure you take risks, be bold, be fearless, and also include your faith. Like I don't mind including my faith in everything that I do. It helps keep me grounded. It helps me feel empowered when I include my faith. Woo! All right. Ooh, hold on. Gotta go back. So the last one, number 7, and we went through all 7. But number 7, elevate others along the way. This is what I was talking about when you are mentoring, you are giving away your information, you are helping others along the way. So yes, I have my own business. I do party favors. I do balloons. I event planning, tumblers, t-shirts. But do I mind showing others how to do it? I don't. I really don't. Whatever can help someone else along the way, I don't mind doing that. So it's not all about you sometimes, right? You need to be able to serve your clients. You need to help them elevate, help them go to the next level, help them be successful, uplift everyone that's in your community on any social media platform, in your paid groups, your free groups. You're helping others to be successful, to take their businesses to the next level. Celebrate others as well. Yes, celebrate yourself, but also celebrate others. That's why I say every Wednesday is Winning Wednesday. We are here to celebrate you. No matter if you did a live, got a new customer, made a new sale, made a new digital product, learned a new Canva technique, we are going to celebrate you. Celebrating others helps them to elevate. It boosts their confidence. It motivates them. It encourages them. That's what you are supposed to be doing to take your businesses to the next level. And that's biblical too. Let me tell you the scripture for that. Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up. That's in 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Lifting others up is kingdom business. When you build others, you build the kingdom and you impact multiple people. So, what can you do, or who can you support, uplift, or even collaborate this month to get your business to the next level? Ooh, I feel my allergies kicking in. But what can you do? Or who can you support, uplift, or collaborate with even this month or this week to help you grow your business and get to the next level? Think about it for a minute. It could be somebody in your community, your neighborhood. It could be somebody at your workplace. It could be somebody you met on social media, right? Who can you support, uplift, and collaborate with to get your business to the next level? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. The free portion will be located on YouTube. The VIP session, I'm about to put that link in a minute, but VIP session will have all of the templates, the designs, the mock-ups, and then all the live replays will be in the VIP group. But I'll post that in a minute. Yeah, I need to niche down. I do way too much. It's hard to find my target audience because of this. Jay, I hope you're in VIP because we're really going to tackle a lot of what you are saying inside of the chat. We are really going to be tackling it because niching down is really hard. It took me years to niche down to just doing anything related to Canva. I tried Photoshop. and Affinity, and they both like worked my last nerve, right? I realized that neither one of those programs were good for me. It works for others, but for me, there's definitely a learning curve, and I don't have the patience, to be honest, for the learning curve. So that's why I couldn't do it. But Canva to me was a good fit. I even taught my school students how to use Canva to create their own avatars, to do their presentations, to do classwork. And I've been doing that for years. Like literally, Canva was like so easy, and user friendly that even my students are using it, right? Um, but niching down was so hard, like I said, because I was trying to do everything that I was watching others do. I was trying to sell paper, trying to sell ink, trying to sell sublimation blanks, trying to do every craft that I saw, right? And like I said, most of the stuff is literally sitting in boxes or some type of storage container, garage, dining room, basement, this craft room. I have so many things that I'm not using. It was hard for me to niche down and just do Canva or Canva related crafts, but you definitely have to niche down. That way you don't feel burnout. You don't get easily frustrated, and you can start seeing money. I mean, you can see money coming in if you're doing everything, but niching down definitely helps you see the money a little faster, if that makes sense. Um, and finding your target audience. I know that could be really difficult. You are in VIP, awesome. Finding your target audience can be kind of difficult. Yeah, especially if you aren't able to niche down. And my social media coach, God bless her, she tried to help me so much, but my brain just couldn't do it. My brain was just like all over the place. I actually have two TikToks, two TikTok shops, five, no, I got six now, six Instagram pages. Ask me, am I doing anything on any of them? I'm not. I have one YouTube, between Facebook groups, business pages, a personal page. I think I have like 8 or 9 on Facebook alone, right? A personal page, 5 business pages, Facebook groups. I have a paid Facebook group, a free paid Facebook group. Then I have challenge Facebook. It's a lot. I know it's a lot, and that's mainly for Canva. I mean, I'm vamping up, revamping. I'm sorry, revamping my customs business. But even with that, it's still going to be like niche down, right? It's more so going to be one line. I'm not ready to release that one line yet, but it's going to be, the whole website is going to be focused on one branch instead of all of the things that I was doing for customs. So that's coming soon. Stay tuned. All right. So if you don't remember anything else, remember you were born to elevate. Now go do it and take someone with you. So that was my motivation. I do want to say like a little prayer. If you don't want to listen to the prayer, that's a-okay. But I am going to pray just a small little, should be like 1 to 2 minute prayer. Just to make sure that everybody's able to clear their minds, to focus, so that you can elevate and take your business to the next level. And all that I do, I try to do to the glory of God. No, I'm not a preacher. No, I'm not preaching to you. But a lot of the things in your business align, with the word of God, whether you are religious or not, whether you believe or not. somehow or another it aligns. And I'm gonna just leave you with a prayer, and then we are going to go into Canva. I'm going to explain how the rest of the challenge is going to look, how the challenge is going to look. I'm going to show you, if you're in VIP, some of the things that you're going to see and experience for the VIP portion. But I just want to pray. So if you want to close your eyes, or if not, that's totally up to you. Give me a second. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you and we praise you for everything that we have discussed this far on how to elevate our businesses and take them to the next level. We decree and declare that this is our season of elevation in our business. We bind everything that is not like you, every spirit of fear, doubt, delay, and we loose strategies, clarity, and boldness that only you can give us, dear God. God, stir up the gifts inside of each and every person that is listening to this today, one of the challenge. I pray that they walk in their divine purpose, that they execute consistency in their businesses, and that they value the process that is set out before them. Dear Heavenly Father, I pray that as you're taking them through the next level of their businesses, that you align them with the right people, the right clients, and also doing things in the right timing. I speak overflow, expansion, and elevation. Let their business not only grow, but glow with your glory. And as they rise and elevate to their next level, Lord, I pray that they're able to lift others in love and obedience. I just pray that as they listen to the motivation that was given, that they were able to hear your voice, that they feel empowered, equipped, and then anointed for this next level. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen and amen. Thank you, God. Woo! Power, power, power. Thank you, Lord. All right. So hopefully you're able to think differently about your businesses, to think differently about the choices you make, to be able to start being consistent, not letting doubt and fear get in the way. That is my prayer for you guys. I'm going to put the link for the challenge, as well as the Facebook group, the free Facebook community for Canva and crafting. So that's to join the Facebook group if you're not already a part. And for those who are interested in the VIP challenge, I'm posting it as well. All right, so the first link is for those who want to join the Facebook group. That is a free Facebook group for Canva and for crafting. And for those who want to join the VIP challenge, you may have not gotten a chance to sign up for VIP. You can do so right there. So I do want to show you, when you sign up for VIP, you have your own little course dashboard where you can be able to oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. You'll have your own course dashboard where you can be able to see the classes and courses and pre-recorded videos that are available to you. Just a second, it's loading. And if you have questions, we can do that tonight as well. Just a minute. All right, so let me preview it. So this is the VIP dashboard. As soon as you sign up, this is what you'll hold on. This is what you'll be able to access. So in module 1, for the VIP graduation challenge, again, this is part 2. We did one in February. A lot of people said they missed out and they wanted the live instead of the pre-recorded. So that's why we're having our second one this month. So you'll see the welcome. You'll see how to join the VIP dashboard. You'll have access to be able to get the VIP badge that you upload into the free Facebook group. So that's there. You'll also, thank you. You'll, hold on, it's moving a tad slow, probably because I have too many tabs open at once. Just a second. It has the YouTube links. So for the free portion of the live, everything will be on YouTube. So for like the first hour of the challenge, if you're only in the free portion and not the VIP, it will be for 1 hour. So it will be from 9 to 10, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then the VIP Zoom will be right after that. It has the stand store sign up. That's where we're going to be talking about how to set up your digital product store. As you scroll down, module 2 has all of the graduation templates and designs, magazine covers, basketball, grad fans, t-shirt designs, t-shirt mock-ups, stoles, party favors, a price list, and all of these are editable templates, whereas though all you have to do is change the pictures out, change the graphics, change the colors. You can edit every portion of it. It has sublimation mock-ups. It has the time and temperature chart for sublimation. And I'll go more into detail about what sublimation is. It have a Canva cheat sheet. And then it has a content calendar for graduation. Then you'll also get a replay for the pre-challenge. Module 4 will be the replay. So tonight's replay will be on the dashboard. Then the next day will be party favors, day 2, which is tomorrow. That will be designing in Canva. And then the VIP portion will be there as well. Party favors and balloon decor will be day 3. We have a craft extravaganza where we're doing like over 15 different crafts, and I'll show you that after I stop sharing my screen. But that will take place on day 4. And day 5 will be setting up digital products. I'll be giving you tons of digital products that you can set up on your stand store. I'll show you how to do stand store start to finish, and also for your physical products, how to set up on Shopify. You're provided with website banners. You'll see it right here. Website banners, graphics for social media, covers. You'll even have a graduation hashtag list, and then a holiday selling guide. So these are all of the things that are provided once you sign up for VIP. Then, not that one. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you Facebook. And this is the Facebook community. It's called Canva Designing Crafts. I put the link underneath the YouTube. But this is the community, the free Facebook community that you can become a part of. And I am streaming live over there. Oh, there's the questions. Those who are on Facebook, I'll have to come back to see your comments. But this is the free Facebook group. And then if you are in VIP, you have a separate Facebook community where we communicate over there. I give important tidbits. If we have a guest speaker, you'll know about that information as well. So again, the links for both are in the links for the free Facebook group is in the chat. The VIP is when you go to your dashboard. That information is there if you signed up for VIP. But I'm going to stop sharing my screen now so I can show you some of the items that was created. And then if you have questions. So this was from our last graduation challenge. So we are making a few more additional. Let me move this out the way. So we made a pillow, a graduation pillow. This is sublimation. So this was last time's design. I have a new design for you guys. This was the t-shirt. A mouse pad. This is upside down. This was a graduation topper that you put on top of the cap. And I'll tell you the time and temp for each. Fans. Again, this was the first graduation challenge. So all of the designs are different now. This is a garden flag that goes outside. Same design. Now I'm going to show you with the Canva's new features, with the updates that they just made. I'm super excited, but I'm going to show you how to resize everything. Party favors. You have the chip bag. You have the Capri Sun. You have the Hershey bar, and you have the bottle of water. Just a second, guys. Had to pull everything out the bag. A keychain, a money card. You just put the money inside with the clear plastic right there. And then these are the Dollar Tree rally towels. So again, that's what we made on our last challenge, design and everything. So I have a few different designs. You'll see them. But you'll see the new designs if you're in VIP. So for this time, we are going to do a t-shirt, a tumbler. We're going to do a sock. This is a little jig, but I can show you how to do a cardboard one. We're going to do a pillow. We're going to do a graduation stall. And VIP, you already have the link for my sublimation vendor. And it's not too late to order your stuff. Candace, those who were in the annual membership, I inboxed everybody and gave them the information for the VIP link. So that should be in your inbox for you to join 2.0, and then you'll get you'll get the Zoom link. We're going to be doing a shirt, a wall clock. We're going to do a little plaque. This is a mainstays clock from Walmart. Party City out of business, but I stocked up on these. We're going to do an acrylic plaque. And we're going to do a lunch tote. So and some party favors. So those are the items that we're making for this graduation challenge. If you want to see any of the other items that I made last graduation challenge, you can feel free to get the replays for that. It's still available. Just let me know if you want to see any of those links, and I can give you that information. Any questions for me? Any questions? I did that this evening. So you Candace, just check your emails, check your spam. If not, just inbox me. For all of those who are in Canva boot camp, the annual access, you get access to the the challenges. Any other questions from me? All right, so it has been wonderful. Again, this will be saved on YouTube. Feel free to go back if you need encouragement, need motivation, or if you didn't write down the steps and you just need a refresher, you can always go back to get that information. But it has been a pleasure servicing you this evening. Thank you for chiming in, interacting, engaging, and listening on how to elevate your businesses to get to the next level. Those who are in that free challenge, I'll see you here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Monday and Tuesday only at 9 a.m. For those who are in VIP, I'll see you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Wednesday will be our craft extravaganza where we'll be making 15 to 20 crafts on live all together. And then Friday, our VIP session is digital products, setting up Shopify, setting up Stand Store, one for digital and one for physical products. Okay. So I think that's all the questions I see. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed day one of the Canva challenge. Those who are in VIP, those who pay and are in VIP, I'll see you over on the Zoom, and give me like 3 minutes to get over there. I'll see you in a few. Bye, guys.